It's been a while for you, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Been what? Say,
Months.
Since August?
Like legitimate? Yeah. Can't even figure out how to open this no more.
Oh, this is Nate, if you can't remember.
Can't even twist it. My arms are fucking dead.
There's a knife in here. Watch out, that fucking thing's real sharp.
Alright. God dang. Where'd you get that at?
Haley bought it for you. Yeah, that one you can have like a piece of cardboard. Well, not cardboard, I don't know, but it's like a
paper?
Like construction paper.
Yeah.
Shit. And you can just go like that, cut off.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
I forgot how this shit smelled, man.
Been too long, huh?
Yeah. Have you let the people know your news?
Not yet. I'll let them know when it's about the time of getting ready. Now, keep it in the dark.
Yeah, does your other host know?
Oh yeah, he knows.
Fuck, I can't remember if this is 1 or 2 or 4.
Fuck it, take 2.
I think it's 4.
4? Goddamn.
Man, you know me. I follow the guidelines with this shit.
At least you take your shit. I don't ever take mine. Here's our video sponsor.
Back on the shit.
Not really. Don't sue us. Oh, it's got what, GNC Triple X mask, some shit.
Something like that. Can't remember.
Wait, here's right here.
I'll say.
Mix 4 scoops.
Whoa.
How many times daily?
Twice.
Yeah.
But remember, man, that first time I got on it?
You be on the toilet for about
them first 2 days, but other than that, man, shit worked just fine.
Does it help you shit or does it make you clogged up?
It actually helps.
Made it got some fiber in there.
But remember too, when I first got on it, I did grow that first couple of months.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like a bag of chips, man. You buy air.
Everything's getting like that these days.
But on a side note, man, this does taste pretty good. Just don't ever try it with milk unless you got a blender.
So how full does that keep you throughout the thing?
Pretty good. I can take it.
Do you even eat?
Yeah.
Anymore?
During the day?
Yeah, at work.
Yeah, I try to.
If you got the money.
If I got the money, I'll go buy one of those Philly cheesesteaks.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like them.
That's your blood flow stuff?
Yeah. I don't know how you say
watch out for Nate. He's saying big dicks back in town.
Big Vienna.
Yeah, man, there's something right there.
He's probably listening to us.
Probably.
But like, man, them dudes is up here fogging up them windows. Oh, it's a chick.
So that man, they harassed me.
He was touching his picker. But yeah, but I wasn't looking at you.
Right, they're getting high out here.
Getting
So I just got a fucking vape, man. It's the only way I survive.
Looking back, man, when we first started this.
What's that, podcast or working out?
Pretty much both.
Both?
Ain't it funny how shit turns out?
Like?
Just in general, I mean, keep in mind, I did talk shit, a lot of shit, about a certain someone.
Yeah.
And lo and behold...
You never said any names, though.
Yeah, I mean, but... You know how she kind of played me and all this and that.
Oh, yeah. saying it makes sense now?
Makes sense. Maybe she's just like not really leading me on. But you catching my drift here, man.
Are we talking about former or?
Former, yes sir. You know how I told you that one time I was just her confidence boost?
Oh, yeah.
And, look at shit now.
Things be good now.
Things be real good.
Nate be a happy man.
Be a very happy man.
Hopefully he's still got a few good grants left in him now.
Yeah.
He can still talk some shit about some things.
Just not that person.
Just not that person.
That person turned out to be pretty good.
The other person.
Still got problems with that one bitch. And if people still wondering, yeah, he's still the same.
Ain't changed a damn bit.
Nope. Only thing changed is my bank account.
You know what the most I'm glad about? Is that your key worked.
Yeah.
I didn't know that fucking thing would work.
You know what's crazy too? Like last week I kept bugging Johnny about, hey, did this paper come in? Did this paper come in? And he's like, no, they never received nothing.
Yeah.
But fuck, I was telling her, I was like, man, lo and behold, fucking I called him, asked him what was up. Next day, oh, hey, we got that paper in.
Yeah. Fuck them. I mean, we both worked for them at one time, but...
Corrupted as shit.
Yeah, they're kind of... After you work with them, then even to your extent, go to certain things with them, they turn pretty...
You realize how they are.
Yeah.
It's like I was telling... I think it was my sister, I was telling her about it. I said, man, from what I've noticed, give a shit about the dad as long as the mom gets the money. Don't give a shit about the kid either, seems like.
Yeah.
As long as the mom...
Because if they really done a proper investigation, things might be different right now.
Yeah, for real. That's like another thing, like... Okay, so like, at one time, her and her family was like, oh, well, Bub has this problem. He thinks that you spend too much time with her, not enough time at your grandpa's, and that you just boss him around and all this and that. And so, to keep things fresh or whatever, between us, we actually do date nights.
Yeah.
And, so...
It's good, because you guys have, only technically been together, 4 months?
Going on 4 months.
Yeah.
22nd, be 4 months, man. Officially.
Damn. That bird sinks, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, man. I told you those eggs got me this morning.
Fucking Taco Bueno.
Yeah, man. It's like... Oh, shit. Oh, well, fuck it.
If I can fix it all, I will.
Just, anyways, I guess they was like, Bub told us that he's gonna go spend the night with his grandpa or your niece or your brother's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And this is what's going on one of the weekends that we planned, our date night.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. I said, he's fine. He can come home with me. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I guess, baby mama got pissy and was like, he's not home. So I was like, okay, I'll just wait for him.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up going to our date night and all this, fast forward till this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a month maybe. Not even a month. But, so I went to pick him up Friday after school, waited around, didn't hear from her. Then I texted her probably like at 2, like right after we got out of work.
Yeah.
And she didn't text me back till like 7 o'clock. She's like, no, he's not home. And I was like, what, you think? I waited around and didn't get him all weekend till Sunday.
Yeah.
And
That this weekend?
yeah, this weekend.
Shit.
And picked him up Sunday because they're like, man, fuck it, they didn't want to answer my texts or messages on Facebook, so I'm gonna go see if he's home. If he's home, I'm gonna take him.
Mm-hmm.
And pulled up, went up there. He answered the door. He's like, Dad, He's like, where are we going? I was like, come on, man, let's go. And so he ended up telling me that...
Before you continue, are you saying anything that would be damning in any way?
At this point, man, I'm pretty much damned either way.
Alright.
You know, because they got their mindset that I'm the bad parent.
Okay. Shittiest person in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
fuck them.
On the bad parenting aspect, go ahead and use your air quotes.
Yeah.
And so he's like, Dad, he said, I was with my grandma all weekend. He said, Mom wasn't even home. I was like, man, ain't that some shit? I said, they threw a fit, man. You know,
That's some shit.
it's like,
That's
some major bullshit.
some horse shit, man.
And she really texted me, have him home by 8 o'clock. I didn't even text her back, and I didn't take him home until about 9 o'clock last night. So I was supposed to have him back home Sunday by 8 o'clock, but I kept him until Monday night.
But you didn't get him till Sunday, did you?
Yeah.
Just like, alright, if you're home, I'll bring him back.
And she like,
How dare you? You ruined me.
yeah. But man, you need to find you a new fiddle one, because that one's broke, man. And it's, you know, it's kind of frustrating, and I try not to let it, we both try not to let it get into our new relationship, you know, because it's like, in a way, she says, you know, I don't care, or, you know, speaking on baby mama.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, if you don't care, then why are you causing all this trouble? You know, it was all funny.
She's like, I don't give a shit about you, go die, but then she keeps bringing the shit up.
Yeah, you know, it was all fun and games while she's out getting dick down and all this and that. But you know, as soon as old Nate goes find somebody else and
Find someone 10 times better.
Yeah,
It's like, oh shit.
You know, and it's like I was telling my sister, you know, so all this child support shit didn't start until it was that one night when she's like, "Oh, I was gonna tell you to eat this pussy," because like, don't you have somebody else? You know, why do you need me?
I forgot about that.
And she's like, but you told me you had somebody else too. I was like, yeah, I do, and that's why I'm not doing it. And she's like, but it's just this one thing. I was like, how the fuck are you going to text me and say something like that and not answer my calls when I ask you why you want to tell me something like that?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I don't know.
It's like,
so, yeah, you know, backtrack to then, and it's like, no, I don't want you. And fucking a week later, fucking child support papers come in. Ain't that some shit?
put me some shit.
But it's like I was telling my sister, I was like, man, I said,
Damn.
you know, finally seeing how, you know, people that's been through it, you know, went through it, or going through it, it's like, fucking, you know, somebody gets hit with child support, it's just like a label, more or less, like, you know, people that know, like, in the court system or whatever, it's like, oh, that guy's probably a fucking deadbeat, that guy ain't supporting his kids, and it's like, no, it's not like that.
Yeah. It's like, you don't know the story until you actually been through it.
Yeah.
Unless you're a lawyer. Well, I wouldn't even say a lawyer would really
Well, all the lawyer is really just sitting there trying to
represent you or them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be still biased. The only people that know for sure what really happened, I think, in any kind of court system is the two people that was involved.
Yeah. And, you know, it's up to... And it's like, you know, when we went to court, it was like, you know, they gave her the opportunity, because they ended up saying I was $1,000 behind, right?
Yeah.
And that's like, you know, Miss Baby Mama, he's behind $1,000. Do you want to go ahead and credit him with that, or do you want to collect it? Bitch wouldn't even look at me. She's like, oh, I want to collect it. And, you know, I was fine paying it, you know, but up until she was like, I want to collect it, it was like, that's when I lost my cool. You know, it's like, okay, I got a question for you guys. Who's the money going to go to? You know? And she's like, what do you mean? You know, our caseworker at the time. And I was like, well, I said, our son's telling me your little person right there ain't even living with him. He lives with his grandma.
Yeah.
And she's like, you live? Oh, fuck. Anyway.
It'll take some time, but I got to edit out like 3 different things. So
That's twice right there.
Well, I might have to edit out the CN. You know how they be. They might sue the fuck out of us.
Yeah. Well, no, I've never actually said CN either.
You did once.
Oh, well, fuck them. Everybody knows who they are. But anyway, there's like, she's like, oh, we live with my mom.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know, kind of like gave her, are you sure? Look, because like, as soon as I brought up, you know, her not living, and
yeah,
she's just like leaning straight back in her chair, like, you know how when somebody is like when they're caught red-handed, you know,
just like fuck.
Yeah,
like,
that's how she was. She's like,
yeah,
you know, really put her hand on her face and lean back. You know, my brother or my sister, my cousin, and my sister's boyfriend, they all like just looked at her. And they's like, man, we knew you said something that she didn't like as soon as she leaned back in her chair. I was like, yeah, I said, you know, I had a legitimate question. And so, you know, they did their thing. They did their little recess.
But the good thing is, I didn't mean to cut you off, keep your train of thought, is from what you found out yesterday, she's kind of gone back to old habits.
Exactly my point. And that's what they told me. When I had my meeting, you know, with that lawyer, and you know, even my sister and my dad, they was like, well, since you brought that up in court, we bet she's gonna stay home for a little bit, you know, at least until the heat cools off.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you know, exactly what you're saying, she's going back to what she was doing, where she's leaving.
So, oh, I'm out of the clear. Now I got this motherfucker's money. I go out and
actually she hasn't got nothing yet.
Well, she knows it's coming.
Yeah.
So, man, it's tax season every month now.
But see, that's like another thing, too, is like, you know, from what I've heard, most people that's got like 50-50 custody and all this, you know, one parent gets to claim the child on taxes 1 year.
Yeah, I think it alternates.
Yeah, you know, it's supposed to alternate. And so, I'm thinking, you know, if I can save the money for the retainer fee, you know, lawyer fees, and actually activate my fatherly rights.
Yeah.
You know, she's not going to like it come time for tax season and everything, so.
I think she's assuming she'll get them every year.
Yeah. It's either, but like with him, he's starting to speak his mind.
Starting to kind of, what's that called? Getting that. Kind of seeing things for how they are.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Because he's like, Dad, I don't want to go home. Dad, I want to live with you and her. You know.
It's like, she's a better mom to me than my own mom is.
And that's what's bad about it, because, you know, when the whole years that me and her was together, and, you know, I never really heard him say, Mom, I love you, Mom, you know. But like,
so, I remember you saying that makes you wonder what exactly happens when you go to work.
Yeah.
Like when they're home alone. Like how much does she actually pay attention, or if she like...
How much her interaction is.
Yeah, or like gets on to him every little thing he does.
Yeah.
So they're like, the first sign you kind of seen shit was when you said she would always say, your son, and all that kind of stuff like that.
And, like with her, man, he's right up her ass.
Your new lady?
Yeah, real protective of her. And it's always, hey, I love you. And, you know, like, I know you can't believe everything you read on Facebook and shit, but, you know, ever since all this happened, you know, I started reading shit about, like, father rights and, you know, father rights movements and all this. And, man, like, some of that shit, man, like, makes good sense.
There needs to be more in this fucking state, that's for sure.
Yeah. And,
because in this state, it's always, no matter what, almost always, it's like 98% goes to the women.
Yeah, and see, that's like, you know, one of my buddies, he was going through the same thing, and he said, man, this fucking state is a mother state. And I said, yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. That's not saying that the mothers don't have the right, or the fathers, or saying the mothers are wrong, and there's only great fathers here. There's some shitty fathers out there, too.
Yeah, but there's also shitty mothers.
Yeah, it's both ways, and almost always, the benefit of the doubt goes to the mothers in this state.
And, you know, it's like, how can I say it? I mean, both parties are at fault in a way. And
Yeah.
But back to my thing was like, you see these stories of people, that had a family once, and shit didn't work out, and
Yeah.
they both moved on, both started new lives. I guess you could say for themselves outside of the family matters,
Yeah.
and it's pretty neat because you see people on there, with shirts or something. It's like bonus mom, bonus dad, and then you got mom and dad and child or said child, like at a sporting event. And it's like, dang, why can't my scenario be like that?
Kind of like the rare occasion that the biological mom and dad had a falling out, but it's like, you know what? It's just best if we separate.
Yeah.
We still love each other, we're still gonna be friends, but we just can't be together.
Yeah.
It's like we're not compatible. Like maybe they both like to run around or something, or found someone better for themselves.
Yeah. And there's like, she showed me a story. She's like, babe, I wish you could have this right here.
Yeah.
And it was a story. Some lady posted it on Facebook, and she said the kid's name, and she said her name, and she's talking about her husband, and her ex-husband. I'm sorry, and so she said the girlfriend's name.
Yeah.
And she said this is his new stepmom, bonus mom, and they have a very undeniable bond. And she said me being his biological mom wouldn't want to break that because that's his motherly figure when I'm not around. And
Yeah.
I wished him all the best, and really like no hard feeling. Like you could tell it was genuine, like the way she worded it.
Yeah.
And
even those people have had their fights, but they actually look at it, which you're willing to do that, but she's not. It's like they're legitimately willing to look at it through the kid's perspective. This is like divorce is like one of the shittiest things that can happen to a kid.
then that's speaking from experience, right?
Yeah. It's like, because immediately when that happened, I had to start helping my dad work and, like, help. I was the youngest, but they looked up to me to be, like, the fucking savior or whatever, because I was supposed to go to college, get a good job, and be able to take care of everybody. And it's kind of like a lot of pressure to put on someone who's 8 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
And some people might say that's fucked up. At the time, I was willing to do it, and once I got to college, I couldn't quite, come through with it. But anyways, going back to the point, it's like, from that, like, viewpoint, that is legitimately looking at it for what's best for the kid.
Yeah.
It's like, so what? It's not a so what thing, but it's like, so we did get a divorce, but let's make the best of it for our kid. Otherwise, our kid's going to end up hating one of us, hating both of us, or not turning out the way we want or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And, it's like I was telling her that one day, after she showed me that story. I mean, it's on my mind quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I said, I wish we could be like that. I said, I'm not mad that, she got somebody else or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said, I don't care, that he's there. I said, that's going back to the whole perspective. I said, he is the fatherly figure when I'm not there.
As long as he's not like a shithead.
Yeah. And that's the same thing she said. She's like, as long as he's a positive role model.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. I said, I get that. I said, but what bothers me is the fact that, people that know them personally, that's got friends of friends, that's my friends or some shit,
Or your cousins or something.
And it's always like, oh man, he's into dope, or they're always drinking. And
like, that's not a good sign for anybody.
Yeah, yeah. And I always ask myself, when we was younger, and was like, how would I react, if she had somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
And, with Bub, how I would react if Bub called Bub called this guy dad, or, something along those lines.
Called someone else dad.
Yeah. And, but that hasn't happened yet. And, but I guess this guy calls him son. And, like, it annoyed me. Because in my mind, man, you got heated seats?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, okay. I was like, damn, I don't know if my ass is fat and hard or what. But anyways, so it's like, what annoyed me the most was like, okay, you're there, you're with his mom. I respect that, you'll have fun.
Yeah.
But my main bitch at this point is, don't try to father my kid until you're being a father to your own.
Oh, has he got kids of his own?
He's got a boy.
Wait, don't have no custody or nothing of him?
No, he's with the mom. But I guess he gets to come over every now and then, I suppose, from what my understanding.
But he's not exactly fighting for his kid either.
No.
I don't know. It's like, from the kid's perspective, it took me a long time. Well, I still don't call my stepdad dad. But I will say love you if he tells me he loves me.
Yeah, I've been there when you've had interactions with him.
Yeah, I still call him his name. But it's not that he's a terrible person. He was couldn't have been better as a stepdad. Like, he always supported us, talked about us, treated us equally even with his own kids. So I couldn't have asked for a better stepdad.
Yeah. And, that's like with her, how could I say it? Like, with the girl I'm with now.
Yeah.
She's got 2 kids, Yeah. And one's 4, the other one just turned 3.
Yeah.
And before, they never said the word dad or daddy, whatever a kid's called somebody.
Yeah.
And about a week ago, about a week or so ago, the little one, actually it was about 2 weeks. She was at the babysitter's, and babysitter really sent my girlfriend a video of the little girl playing, and the babysitter asked her, so, who are you talking to? And, I mean, my nickname, and, they know my nickname now. And, she's like, Daddy, and insert my name.
Yeah.
My nickname after Daddy.
Yeah. Can't say a nickname because it will give away if someone happened to stumble upon this.
And, she's like, who? And she's like, Daddy. And, she said my nickname again. And so she recorded her, and she sent it to the girlfriend. She's like, she read the message, or watched the video, she's like, babe, look, watch. And the little one was on there saying, she's like, Daddy, still saying the nickname, and like, I love you, like she's on the phone, like playing on the phone. And she's like, how does that make you feel? I was like, so I always told you, I said I wouldn't pressure it, if that happened. I said, if it happened, it happened, and obviously it did. And but like with her, she don't call me dad all the time. It's just like at random times.
Yeah.
And one time this seemed like really appropriate, because we went to her brother in them's house, and the little one was out there playing, and she come running in that bedroom where she was like, Mom, Dad. And it was like, oh shit. It was like,
yeah.
I guess the shit got real in that moment. And
But you said she's never really had a fatherly figure in her life either, has she?
no, other than her uncles and grandpa.
Yeah. And then an uncle or or like can only do so much, you know.
Yeah.
It's like,
And that's just like going back to your statement earlier of being, you know, of your stepdad not treating you any different than his kids.
yeah,
And, yeah, that's like I told her and I told my own son. It was like, I'm never gonna, you know, treat him better or treat them better. I said, I'm gonna treat them all the same. I said,
Yeah.
you know, them girls might not be mine, but they're mine.
yeah,
And, you know, even, you know, when she started calling me dad, it was, you know, mama laid down the rules pretty quick. She was like, you know, if you break my daughter's heart, it's going to be 10 times worse than if,
yeah,
you know, you break mine, or I can't remember how she worded it, but
Yeah.
it was a pretty fair warning.
yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? I told you I'm not going to do anything to hurt you or them girls,
So
so...
what do you think? I'm just gonna fucking run away now? It's like you knew what was there before you got into it.
Yeah, you know, it was like, I knew you had
And
kids, and...
if you're thinking about dating a woman or a man with kids, listen to this shit. Don't, you know, don't expect to go in there and them to call you mom or dad immediately. And hell, they might not ever say it.
Yeah, they might not. I mean,
like in my situation, it's just kind of a weird thing. I can't really say it, but I'll still say love you. You know.
I think, you know, it's like going back to the whole thing was like, you know, in a way, it might be hard for somebody to say, you know, if they've actually had a bond with their dad,
Mhm.
you know, or dad or mom, you know, and, you know, the mom or dad get somebody new. But with them, or with her, you know, like you said, she's never had a fatherly figure.
Yeah. So, but the older one, it's kind of like it's going to take a little more time.
Yeah, I believe so.
But the younger one, just because she's never had that, it's like, oh, he's always kind of been there.
Recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, recently.
Recently.
But yeah, man, you know, long story short, work shit out with, you know, somebody I talked shit on before. And the reason I say I talk shit on her is because I fucking told her. You know, I told her everything I told you, I told her.
Yeah.
You know, about the whole confidence boost and all this and that.
It's like, I don't want that shit, you know.
And, you know, I told her the reason why I quit talking to her that last time was because she had her quote, friend, unquote, whatever, fucking booty call, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, you know, if you're with somebody, I'm not going to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been on the receiving end of that, and it don't feel too good. And she's like, oh, it's bro code. I was like, no, man, fuck that. I don't know the motherfucker, so he's not. You can't even call me a brother, so. No, it's called respect.
Yeah.
You know, I was raised to be like, you don't talk to another man's girl.
Yeah.
You know, you don't cross that line. And that's how I see it, how I saw it at the time. And
because you know, in like from it's like personal experience and like other things, you know that she wouldn't be 100% with you, even with if like you were to just take that chance back then, like she probably wouldn't have been 100% with you.
I think she would have.
You think she would have?
Yeah, like if like you know when I first started talking to her about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I think.
No, I mean, during like her wild phase.
Well,
you
yeah,
if you just jumped right in the middle right there and said, "Hey, let's go out."
I think she would.
You think she would?
Because like that's one thing she told me. She said even though I was talking to him at the time, she said anytime you call or texted, I would call or text right back. I mean, which she would.
Yeah.
Other than the time that she left me on red, then that's when I'd get pissed off and she'd be like, okay, talk to me, see what's bothering you. And, you know, we'd talk and shit, you know, chop it up.
Yeah.
And so in a way, I guess, how could you say that? Always been there for each other?
You guys, through your highest and lowest points of the last 3 years, you guys have been consistent. Kind of consistent. Yeah. Other than times that she's kind of running around, which you guys weren't necessarily together, but you were talking too.
Yeah, that's when she just, oh, dig me down.
Yeah. Well, shit, if we're going to Walmart, I guess we better get it.
Yeah. Might as well.
All right, man. Tell the people goodbye.
All right, man. We'll holler at you tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, same time, motherfuckers. Well, I say same time. I gotta fix some things.
Fuck it, just upload it.
Fuck it, we'll upload it.
Y'all want to know us? You're going to hear our stories raw and uncut, just like our sex lives.
All right, Holmes.
All right, man. I'll see you at Walmart.
All right.
Still got to change into my work jeans.
Yeah, I think I'll do that right now, too. See you guys.